Hello, hello. Hello, wonderful people.
I don't even know. I'm going to search for you.
How are you today? I hope you're okay. We just finished the second session of the day. Today is the final day of HMT, April 27. We've had such a fantastic time. It's all coming to an end now, and everybody is packed with information, knowledge to take back to their various destinations and implement. So, how are you? What do you want to talk about? Who's here? Who's here with me? Hello, Julie.
A bit of. Hi. Hello.
The hips don't lie.
Hello, Denise. Hello. Guys, say something about the final day.
The final day.
Yes. Been today. You want it like this?
It's more
Okay. Right.
Together, exactly. We're all together.
So, guys,
so formal.
Have a look. Yeah.
It's good. It's sad. I'm really I'm feeling so emotional that I'm leaving. You can just sort of like stay forever. But yeah, unfortunately, you need that now. You need to get back into reality and start making the effect. Yeah. Start replicating what we have learned. So yeah.
I'm surprised that you're saying that you don't want to go. Your children.
I know. That's why I said,
Wow.
if it's because of obviously you need to get back to reality now, and the reality is that you need to get back home, and I am looking forward to it, especially going to just pour out everything that I've gathered from this place, and I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah.
Good. So, what's your favorite part of today's session?
Definitely Joshua. He was amazing. Honestly, the things he was saying and all the things he was teaching us, especially about social media, I really wish he could have. I wish his workshop was just based on social media and how to use it. And I mean, which is what you're doing. You're using this platform on a much larger scale. You're not just using it to say hi to Facebook people, but you're impacting something in their lives as you're on live.
Yeah,
So
thank you, Denise. Okay.
it's really good. Yeah, I really loved him. I had a headache at the beginning of the workshop, and I tell you, I think like 10 minutes into it, I immediately just woke up and became so aware and attentive of what he was talking about, and I really gained a lot from that. And I've already got a business strategy, an idea of what I'm going to do with Facebook as I get home. So yes,
Okay.
watch out.
For those that were not with us, can you give them like maybe 3 things? Please, 3 things. I know that you know 3 things that you learned from Joshua's session that will help somebody out there.
Like I said, how to use social media more effectively, and not just for personal use, and the strategy, system structure, how to, structure what I am already doing, but in a more organized way. So, what else was there again? Remind me. The first 10 minutes was a headache. So
Yeah. I've put
yes.
Denise have said a lot, right? And I put her on the spot.
Yes.
Right? So I did that.
Questions already before you asked me
Yes,
to
I
ask
did
them.
that deliberately. But guys, you get the gist, If the same thing is happening here, where you've been put on the spot, then it will be difficult. Even I have to go back and watch this video. I did it deliberately. She was present. She knows everything that she has to do. But if you don't go back and watch the video and watch it over and over again, you might not be able to remember or even implement what is being said or discussed or shared with us. So guys, it's important that we go back to it, because I myself, I don't remember everything that was said, but I know that the things that I really need to implement. I remember he mentioned something about the most influential person on Instagram. Guys, you remember?
Yes.
Who was the most influential? Do you know who that person is? I know who's the most influential person on social media, on Snapchat and Instagram.
It was a 19-year-old girl
Yeah.
that
Do you know who it
is
is?
just doing stuff. I don't know.
I
He
actually
didn't
know who
mention
it
the
is.
name.
Yeah, he didn't mention the name.
Yeah.
But it's actually Kelly Jenner.
Oh,
Yes,
of course.
she's got millions
Yeah.
of subscribers or
Yeah.
followers. So, and he made a really good point that these are non-Christians and they're taking over, So as Christians, with our knowledge, there's a lot that we can do. He mentioned some points about videos and pictures that are going viral and how we could use the same strategy with the knowledge, the wisdom that we have that would impact much more people. So we need to basically be more proactive, not be the kind of Christians that just want to sit in the background and do nothing. Because if a 19-year-old, is it 19 or 17?
19.
19-year-old is influencing people in such a way, either good or bad, influence is still influence, and we can influence people as well. So it's quite interesting. So Julie, I need you to share because it'd be unfair after I have put Denise on the spot, not to put you on the spot as well. So what are the 3 main lessons that you learned? Not what we've already said.
Yeah. So should I say what my favorite lesson was?
Yes.
Okay, so my favorite lesson or session was with Pastor Sunday, where we talked about why the church, or white people in the church, or Christians in general, are not great. And we were giving a few testimonies, and it was really interesting to hear about the different people that were speaking. And I personally actually liked the off-script kind of teaching, so everything that was not planned by Pastor, because we were trying to hold back the information that we had in us. And
Some valid point. Guys, it's a bit noisy here, so I'm going to take Julie to the side because I'm really enjoying what she's saying, and I really want you guys as well to hear her properly. So, right, go to Julie.
yeah, so we were talking about we were.
My name is George.
Hello. Hey guys. Here are our camera guys. Hello.
No, speak English.
No, well, what are you speaking now? You're speaking
will speak?
English? Yeah.
No, speak English.
But you're speaking English to say no.
Știu românește.
Yeah, go on. Speak to them. They
Speak
understand.
românește.
Yeah.
We like, oi, like,
Quick the like.
like, it takes,
Please.
like,
Okay.
Like.
Share.
When you
Share.
like, share, like.
This is so crazy. Bye. Guys, it's so crazy, guys. But I like them really. They're real fun. You should see the video
Our
they made
camera
for me.
guys.
Yeah, you should see the video they made for me. The video where I was saying hi.
Oh, this is them?
Yeah, it was them. So check that video out. It's about page mayawa.co. Hi. Okay, Julie, sorry to interrupt you.
No
So
worries.
go ahead.
So yeah, I really like the spontaneous learning that we had from Pastor Sunday, where he was teaching us about unleashing everything that's inside of us, and that we have to make sure to empty ourselves when we have to perform, and that this is the time where God will also promote us, and He doesn't do that unless we reach that level of excellence and really release everything that we have to give. And I noticed that also, he said that he does it, and it's true, because whenever he speaks or he responds to a question,
Give
it's
100%.
it's just so much. You get so much information, and the problem with us is that we're not prepared because we're not doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
we expect that, okay, he's just going to respond and say yes or no, or maybe just give a short answer, and that's also what we were looking for because we are so limited in our thinking process. So this is really something that struck me, because I was like, wow, that's so true. And we say, oh, we're open-minded, and we want responses and we want to grow, but really we don't know what we are asking for.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Pastor Sunday. So
That's
was really great
brilliant.
learning for us.
Can I share something?
Yeah.
The point that Julie just made is really brilliant. I was in that session as well, and you know, in my haste, I didn't even think to share that with you, but I'm so glad that she's here with me. But she made some really good points about what Dr. Sunday said, and about emptying yourself. You know, we were trying to be modest, and also in our modesty, we're not giving detailed answer. We were very vague in our answers. And that says a lot about us. We thought that it was more important for us to be modest than for us to be truthful and actually do what is right, for us to understand and also for us to release the things that we have in ourselves. So he realized that, because when he asked questions, in fact, we already said that when he wasn't in the room with us, because we wanted him to talk, that when we should limit our answers to 30 seconds. To be honest, I wasn't in agreement with that, but I let the majority go, decide.
Yeah, and I have to say as well that the thing is, our understanding or our assumption was that we want to learn as much as possible from Pastor. So we want to let him unleash himself, while his intention was to actually train us, you know, bring out the best in us. And that's not going to happen if he's the one who's going to talk all the time, right? So we kind of completely misunderstood it.
No, I actually think that it would even happen, because that was exactly my thought, but I didn't know how to put it into context for everybody, and I didn't say anything.
Okay.
My thought were, if we don't actually unleash ourselves and we're limiting ourselves, even the responses that he would give us, right, will be limited. True. Because, you know, it's only it's like when somebody is not telling you the truth, you can only give them the answers based on what they give you. So I had that understanding, but I didn't know how to share it with people.
Can't read our minds.
Yeah, I didn't know how to share it. And also, being here in this house, and also in the last week, Julie, you know this already, it's very, very important to ask questions when Dr. Sunday is around. And ask as much questions and put it in any way that you can for him to get it. Hey, look, Kate is here. So put it in as much detail, in any way, in your own way, so that he would understand you and you will be able to get the full measure of the answers. So I knew that, but I didn't want to jump at everyone and say, no, that's not a good strategy, because, and I know why everybody was saying that we should limit our questions as well, because we had, you know, as you would in the group, we have a dynamic group with different types of people, and we've had some people I felt that dominating the class, but it was fine, because that's one of the things as well. Dr. Sunday allows us all to be ourselves. Yeah. But for some reason, we're just trying to be modest as we are as Christian. And, you know, the other thing I wanted to share with Dr. Sunday was that for us, right, we've been taught, we're not used to being in a room where there's authority and then we're saying stuff. Nobody encourages us to do that.
You don't have discussions with authority.
Especially church, tradition, being African, and all those kind of things. So those things influenced us so much that, you know, we were thinking we were doing the right thing when we were doing the wrong thing. So it taught us that you need to empty yourself. You know, Julie, I'm so grateful that you said this. You need to be bold. You know, you're equally important. I'm sorry about that. Somebody tried to call me. We're equally as important, and half measure is nothing at all. And I think Dr. Sunday shows that in everything that he does. You know, when he's doing the broadcast, he's taught us this. He does 2 broadcasts a day. Who does that? You know, when he's doing anything, he do it to the fullest. If he has to go the next day, even if it takes him a month to get the points across, he will. And he doesn't follow the script. If there's a need, you know, like yesterday, I don't know if you guys joined us. If there is a need for anything, thank you. If there's a need, he will make sure that need is met without having to follow the script. So we're learning a lot from him. And Julie, thank you so much for that. But you haven't finished yet, because you've still got 2 other lessons.
2 other lessons. Yeah, so one other lesson I learned is I was shocked actually by the ignorance of African churches and everything, you know. I understand that Well, I grew up in Europe, so I wasn't really involved in all of these big mega churches and all of that. But I was always having in mind this one experience where I was in Germany and we were at this conference kind of thing where there were supposed to be deliverances. You know, people were fasting for 3 days, so that after 3 days, the pastors or whatever would tell them what kind of spirit was inhabited in them, or, you know, if they were Satan's husband or Satan's wives or whatever. And they would come forward and say stuff like, oh yeah, so I came out of the water and, you know, I gave birth to a snake and stuff like this. And I was like, I don't know, for me personally, at some point I just thought this is stupidity, you know? It is just complete stupidity.
Are they writing scenarios for thriller movies part-time, you know?
Like horror movies.
What did you say that? You need to say that again.
I ask, are those people writing scenarios for thriller movies part-time, you know? So,
Exactly, that's what I thought too.
it's terrifying. You know?
Yeah, it is. So I was actually having that in mind, and then I started listening to all these things that happen in Nigeria, and I was just, I mean, not just in Nigeria,
In churches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not just Nigeria, and also, like Pastor said, different people from Asia or whatever.
Yes, they can
So-
also confirm. People are also concurring that
Yeah.
it does happen in the nations, in the different countries and nations as well. So
Yeah.
it's not just an African problem.
Exactly.
But, you
And
know,
I was thinking, okay, I forgot about it because for me it was just, okay, these people are just, you know, crazy, and I don't care about all these different demons or whatever. Like, I just don't care. For me, it's like, okay, this is just, you know, not out of my world. But then I listen to all of these things and I'm asking myself, okay, if I want to go with Pastor Sunday to Nigeria, I definitely have to be aware of these things. And, you know, for me, it's important to learn what's happening and what is the reality of the people, even if it's not my reality. So I personally just learned to be, okay, more acknowledging and in sense that even the things that are super abstract and just don't make sense for me may be real for other people. So, and then I was trying to understand, how can I learn more about this? So one of the things I want to do is to talk to Pastor Sunday about getting more knowledge in that area, and then, you know, understanding the mindset of the people who grew up like this, so that I can see how helpful I can be as well with the worldview that I have, having grown up in Europe.
brilliant. Well done. That's actually a good conclusion for Julie, because Julie also is a life coach.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So guys, she's a life coach, and she needs to understand these things so that when she's with a client, she can help them in understanding their viewpoint or their worldview. So that's a lovely observation. And we will need a life coach in Nigeria, you know, Nigerian Transformation Project. I can't deal, you know. But you know what I discovered, you know, these sessions, there's times when I was quiet, and I was quiet because I was so angry, because I've actually fallen victim to some of these practices.
Yeah.
You know, being in church, you know, for 15 years, and, you know, you get prophet coming in and they just tell you loads of tosh. And, you know, I listen to it. And, you know, what I really want to do is, like, I'm really looking for those pastors to slap them during the session. That's how I was feeling. I was feeling so angry, like, I really need to slap people, you know, because I have sat there. They've said different things I don't agree with. But, you know, sometimes that's another point, guys, that I need to make. Sometimes when you're amongst groups of people and things are happening that are bad, but it seems like you're the only one that can see it. Mm-hmm. You don't feel confident even in yourself to get up and say anything, because if you're in the room with like even 10 people and you're angry about something, you think that thing is right, you look onto other people in the room to say something. Mm-hmm. And this is what I've learned in this HMT as well, that if I think that it is wrong, I look at all the facts, I do all the assessment, the analytical thinking, a quick one, and I think it's wrong, I should say something. Because just because everybody in the room, the majority of people in the room are quiet, it doesn't mean that it's right. Mm-hmm. So it's really, you know, understanding that. And that's what happens in church a lot. Pastors will say anything. And I'm sure out of the people in the church, you know it's wrong. You know, because all these things that we're saying, we are the congregation. All of us that are sharing these things are laughing now. We are the congregation that allow these people, that empowers them to say those things that they're saying. And we did nothing, and yet we can complain. So my lesson from that, because I was getting so angry, if I had first saw any of those pastors and they say anything to me, if you've known me and you've been a pastor and you've been manipulative in the past, or you said anything about nonsense to, you know, I just don't want to go into it. Don't be surprised if you get something in your face, landing on your face. I'm serious. I'm really serious. I was really angry. That's how angry I am. But I have got patience as well. I am not somebody that, you know, we just go up and, you know, do something like that. I probably wouldn't do it, guys. I'm just telling you.
Emotional intelligence session.
I'm just saying that I wouldn't actually slap anybody, but just if you stand in front of me and say anything, imagine that I'm slapping you, because that's what I would want to do. So all those things that those pastors say, all those manipulation, 5, Tokubo says 5 will land on your face. all this manipulation, all those stupid stories that you pastors tell to keep people in fear. Oh, Julie, about the fear factor, they do it. I know, you know, you're mentioning about witchcraft and all that. Yeah, a lot of pastors do it in such a subtle way. I told a story of a pastor. I was always saying that, you guys, if you're my children, you have to respect me and listen to me. And he tells the story about how when one of his friends, member, was going out with his friends, was going to a beach or something, a group of friends. And he said, oh, guys, before I go, I need to go and tell my pastor. And his friends, and her friends were like, excuse me, you're a grown woman. Why do you need to tell your pastor that you need to go anywhere? Let's go to where we need to go. And then, the lady said, no, I always tell my pastor is my anointing, whatever, you know. Just, you know, some people, they'll tell their pastor everything even when they want to go to the toilet. So the friends were saying that, no, I don't need to. You shouldn't need to. You should. Anyway, this girl, this is what the pastor was telling us. And this pastor, yeah, they do it strategically. They tell you every now and then to manipulate you, to put fear in you so that you would tell them things. So anyway, so he said, and that my friend's member, and he did not listen to the friend, went to tell the pastor that she wanted to go to the beach with her friends and everything. And his pastor friend said to her, if you're my daughter, can I just tell you something? Can I tell you, please, don't go to this trip. Don't go on this trip. Can I, you know? And then she was like, okay, all right, Daddy, I won't go. All right, Pastor, I won't go. So she didn't go, right? So she told her friend, and her friend said, oh, you're stupid, blah, blah, blah. And the rest of the friends went on this trip, and they had an accident and died. Can you imagine? This is one of the things that stop Christians from being great. By you telling somebody this type of pathetic story, you're telling them that they need to tell you where they're going. And when they tell you, whatever you say as a pastor goes. If they don't listen to you, something bad is going to happen to them. So this is part of the reason, and they do it. That's why Christians are not great. So that's just one example. And that story came to my head because I've heard this so many times. I've heard it in the church I used to go to, and the pastor saying all sorts of things to put fear in you. And I don't know if they do this deliberately or, you know, it's just because they lack knowledge too. Ignorance. But, you know, why we're sharing this is that it's your responsibility. Yeah. Your life is your responsibility. Even pastors will tell you, all these people that you're following that are putting fear in you and stopping you from being great, they will tell you that when you go to heaven, you would account for yourself. So on earth, you would account for yourself and also the people on this earth. So make sure that you make your own decision with sound mind. These kind of manipulative stories, be aware of them and reject them. Mm-hmm. The only person you need to acknowledge or account to is God. Mm-hmm. When you need to do anything, it's God that you need to speak to. Yeah. You can share it with somebody else, but you don't have to live in fear of what they will tell you. They are no more important than you. So that's really what I want to leave with you. I know Julie has got one more. Do you have one more? Okay. Of course, I don't know how long we've been. You know, I like to keep this thing short.
Yeah, I think it's already long enough.
Oh, it's 24 minutes. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So Kate has got something to say. Let's hear what Kate has got to say. Julie's running away. Okay.
I don't know if it's secret for you or not, but Pastor Sunday is going to come back live.
Yeah. It's no secret, I know. Okay.
Yeah, but many people don't know. But he's not going to come back just tomorrow or after tomorrow.
There's a
There is
caveat.
a condition.
Yes.
And the condition is we have on the Dr.
Okay.
We have on the Dr. Sunday Adelaja page 100,000 subscribers, and we have already 62,000.
Yeah!
We're very close, very close.
We need to get what? 38,000 more.
Yeah, and you know what? I noticed that when we have live summit, live broadcast, we have people who are joining, new people. So tomorrow is the live broadcast on analytical thinking, and we need to invite as many people as possible. And you know that there is an event on the page. You really will help if you will go and invite your friends to this event, as many people as possible.
Guys, you know, this is a very good point that Kate just made. You know I didn't really register it very well with you when she first mentioned it, because she said, oh, I don't know if you know, but it is true. Dr. Sunday said he will come back for daily live broadcast. Yay! But on the condition that he has 100,000, 100,000, am I right? Yeah, 100,000, hold this for me please, Kate. Yeah, 100,000 people liking his page. I mean, that's not even a big deal. So I'm so happy that he even made that decision that he's coming back, because we need him to continue with this revolution and, freeing people. So what we currently have 62,000, right? Which is like more than halfway.
Yay!
So as soon as we get 100,000, then he comes back. So my advice or my suggestion is that let's get him back as soon as possible, and we can do that. The only way we can do that is by inviting people to his page to like his page, and you can do that. Kate, what advice do you have? How can people do that?
Well, you can go. What you need to do, there is a one-click process. What does it mean, one-click process? You go to. We have a group called History Makers. There is a group like this, group where Dr. Sunday Adelaja followers are. And there is a video on how to invite all your friends to Dr. Sunday Adelaja page with one click. One click.
Okay, where would you find this video?
I can post it there in comments. Do you want me to post it there? I'll post it there.
You heard. Kate is going to post where you can go to, the link that you need to go in order for you to invite people from your page or from your Facebook
friends.
page, your friends, with one click to like Dr. Sunday Adelaja's page. Please, can you do that? Because I really have a lot to learn, and I know that you do too. And the way that this Dr. Sunday, this man, has impacted our lives, my life, it's been so tremendous. And I really just want you also to share in that joy that I have, because it's got so much more to offer. People here can testify to that. People that came on HMT can testify to that. If you know anybody that was on this HMT, have a private chat with them and let them share their experience with you. Because, me talking all the time might not be enough, okay? So maybe just ask your friends that have been to HMT before or on this HMT how their life has transformed. Even if your life doesn't transform immediately, your mind would. And everything starts from the mind. What makes us human is the mind. So guys, I'm so happy, and I'm so happy for this news that Kate just shared. Although it's not news, but it's resonating even better. Look who he's doing a Snapchat. Julie.
It's not a Snapchat though. It's a video for a friend.
Okay. All right. Video chat. So guys, I appreciate you. Say hello to Kate. Yay! All right, guys, I'm going to leave you now. For now, just thought I'd share some time with you. Let me say hello. Hello, Davida. How are you? Thank you for joining. Olani. Oh, look who's got here. Look who. Pastor Natalia is here.
Hello again.
Hello. Pastor Natalia is the house manager, the CEO of this house, really. You know, so she takes care of us, she feeds us, make sure that we have everything that we need. So when you come to Ukraine, this is your first point of contact.
Yes,
Yay!
you'll see me.
Someone started reviews of books, Kingdom.
Wow, wow, wow. Guys, look at this person.
Okay, button like this.
Okay, hold on. Someone, it's Tega. Hello, Tega. We're featuring you on this video. She's the one doing a review of Kingdom Driven Life. Tega is fantastic, and you know, guys, you need to watch her channel. This is her name. She's doing a review on one of Dr. Sunday's book, Kingdom Driven Life, and she's on chapter 1. So check it out. Check it out. She just started 9 minutes ago. Go to her channel now. I'm just gonna say a quick. You guys. Hello, Paul. How are you? Shalom. Olaniyi, thank you. Olayinka, thank you very much. Talks, thank you. Oluwatoyin, thank you so much. Tukumbo, thank you. Jane, I appreciate you. Afolabi, I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Patty, thank you. Divine, thank you very much. Paul, again, thank you. Guys, I appreciate you for spending a little time with us. Julie, signing out.
Bye.
Kate, signing out.
Bye.
Bye, guys. And me, Mayowa, signing out for now. I will be back again. See you soon, hopefully today. Mwah. Bye.